Hey guys, long time no see. It has been pretty quiet around here as far as material for videos is concerned, and I know it has been several months since I have posted a video, but I haven't really had anything to post about. But things are starting to pick up now that summer has arrived, and it has been a roller coaster of a week, and so I thought I would do a quick video to update you on what's been going on and to preview a little bit about what's to come and talk to you about the craziness that was this week. So I apologize for my appearance. I had fully intended to do this video earlier today, but as it is the first full day of summer vacation, I found myself sitting numbly on my couch watching The Umbrella Academy and playing Candy Crush. So you get the post-shower, pre-bedtime me for this video. Alright, so it is June 30th. Yesterday was the last day of what feels like an extraordinarily long school year, but it is over, and so I am one down, two to go, maybe, with my school years here in China. You know, Nanjing has been pretty steady for this year. We had a little hiccup in March and April where we had a little flare-up of COVID, so we went online for about a month for school. Some things were closed down. Obviously, travel has been pretty impossible, and that was over and things kind of opened up, and then Shanghai went, and so it's been kind of crazy. Everybody's just waiting out the end of the school year to see what would happen, and Shanghai started to open up, and then Beijing went, and you know, they kind of learned from what was going on in Shanghai, and they shut things down very, very quickly and did not experience the explosion that they did in Shanghai. And so we here in Nanjing have just been kind of watching and waiting to see what was going to happen. And as we inched closer to the end of the school year and started making plans, we were thinking, oh, Shanghai is opening up and Beijing's really far away, and maybe, just maybe, we will get to go on a summer vacation. So before I get into that part of the story, I had intended to do a video about the apps that are so necessary to life here in China. So I'm going to talk a little bit about those and then lead into the main point of this video, which was the craziness of this week and the will we, won't we, about being able to travel this summer. So there are two apps that are your life here in China, and if you do not have these apps, you basically cannot live. Or if you don't, you can't live very well or very easily. And so the two apps are WeChat, which is this one right here, and then right next to it is Alipay. So those are the two apps that you absolutely must have when you live in China, just to really conduct business on a daily basis. So WeChat is pretty much your social networking. There are groups for literally everything. Any kind of activity that you might be interested in, any group that you might belong to, females, moms, dads, you know, baseball players, whatever. If you're into it or you belong to it, there is a group for you on WeChat, which is very, very nice because I belong to several expat groups that disseminate some very, very, very useful information. And of course, that's how we communicate through school. You know, email is still a thing here, but for the most part, if you want to send a very important piece of information, it's not sent through email, it is sent through WeChat. And then of course, you're connected to all of your colleagues and your friends through WeChat, and you can kind of see what's going on in their lives, and you can post pictures and videos and transfer money to people and pay your bills, and there's mini programs which are kind of apps within apps that you can do all kinds of things. So WeChat is very, very useful here. The second app that you absolutely can't live without is Alipay. And Alipay, I know you can't really see that, but there is so much that you can do on Alipay, and it's even more necessary than WeChat. It's a little bit easier to use, and you can get on the metro. Here is my QR code that I can scan to get on the metro. So I scan it when I get on, scan it when I get off, and it automatically takes the money out of my account. I can rent a bicycle. One of the bike shares is through the Alipay app. All you do is scan the QR code on the bicycle. It opens up, you go on your journey, and then you pay 1.5 kwai, which is the equivalent of maybe 50 cents. So within a certain demographic or certain area, you pay about 50 cents to rent the bike. And that's how I've mostly been getting home in this spring and into summer, is getting a bike, and I'm home in 10 minutes, and it cost me 50 cents maybe. It's really awesome. But the big thing on Alipay that people in China absolutely cannot do without is the green health code. The green health code is life. There are 3 different health codes you can have. There's green, yellow, and red. And you want to always, always, always make sure that you have a green health code. You can also see your vaccination record. So those shows you the 2 Chinese vaccinations that I have gotten since I have been here. And you can also see a record of your most recent tests, your COVID tests. So there you can see that I have a 48-hour positive COVID test that I got yesterday. And so it is very conveniently says 48 hours on there, so you could just flash it to somebody and say, see, I'm positive, not positive, and go on your way. So the last thing under the health code umbrella on Alipay is your travel code. And that is the source of the excitement for this week, because in this era of you-know-what in China, they want to be able to track, no big surprise there, where people have been and where they are going, and if they have been in a place where the you-know-what has been around. And so sorry, I'm looking for something that I'm going to show you very shortly. Where did it go? Okay, I don't know. No, I know where it is. Sorry. Okay, there we go. All right, so they have a green travel code, and I don't know I don't think your travel code turns yellow or red, but there's a green travel code, and if all is well, your travel code will be green, and just say you live in such and such a place. And that's what you want. You always want everything to be green and clear. And that just means you have the freedom to move about. Some places still require 48-hour tests or testing when you arrive in the city. No problem. So, as the school year has wound down, my friends and I, the friends who are staying, because we've actually lost a great deal of staff members because they have been stuck here for 3 years and they are ready to get out and be able to freely travel and see their family, which I don't blame them. But the rest of us who are here have resigned ourselves to the fact that we're not going to be able to leave the country, but there's a big, beautiful country out there to explore, and we want to see as much of it as possible in the time that we have. And so plans were made, deposits were put down, and excitement was building. And then on Monday, we woke up to the news that there were cases in Nanjing, and Nanjing got the dreaded star. So you can see the little asterisks on this otherwise green health code. So basically, or green travel code. So basically that asterisk and the little message says that you have passed through Nanjing, and Nanjing currently has a medium or high risk area. So what that does is ups the testing requirement to must have 48 hours, in some cases 24-hour COVID test result. It requires multiple days of testing when you arrive in your destination if they decide to let you in, and some places will just refuse. So there were 8 cases of a family and then maybe a close contact of them, and all of Nanjing, all 9 million of us, got the star. And so we started the week, 3 days left of school, less than a week till travel time, and we wake up Monday morning to a star on our travel code. And you can see people's energy go from last week of school to, oh no, not this, not now. And of course everybody was like, oh, it's really interesting how right at the summer travel season, they're going to star the entire city for 8 cases. But that is the reality that we live with. And as the very poor people of Shanghai learned, they will, I don't even know what the word is I'm looking for, but they will affect the many because of the few. And that's just a reality of life here. So we went through our week wondering, changing plans, having our travel agent call all these hotels to verify that they would accept us who are not living in the district with the cases, if they would accept us with our 48-hour code, and just really not knowing when the other shoe would drop. They tested everybody in Nanjing on Tuesday and Wednesday, and we're just waiting for the results of those mass testings. So as we're sitting in our end of the year party at school yesterday, Wednesday afternoon, and of course everybody's, just kind of looking at their phone and looking at the social media and all the group postings, somebody in one of the groups posted that the star was gone from Nanjing codes. And you could hear there was probably 50 or 60 people still left at this party from school, and it got dead quiet while everybody checked their code. And once everybody realized that the star was indeed gone from their code, you could just hear people start to scream. And there were staff members crying because they didn't think they were going to be able to go home and see their families for the summer in China. And just the mood went from 0 to 100 in a matter of seconds. And then it started coming out that Beijing had made the decision to do away with the code altogether. No, but Shanghai, no code. Beijing, no star. Everybody is basically free to travel this summer. And so that is the reality that we live with here, is that you just, at the drop of a hat, 1 or 2 cases, they can switch on that star, which changes all of the plans. Obviously, there's economic reasons. People have been locked down for so long, basically the entire spring, because Shanghai started having problems back in March, and then Nanjing had some problems, and then Shanghai continued to have problems, and Beijing had problems, and other cities had problems. So, people have been stuck, and people, the Chinese people are wonderful about supporting their government, but there's only so much you can ask one person to take, and there's only so much you can ask a billion people to take. And I think the government realized that, if you let the people free, we're going to spend some money in your country. And so good news after this long, ridiculous story is that it is now Thursday night. Sunday, I will be on a train to a very beautiful part of China called Guangxi province, which is where the Karst Mountains are. It is considered one of the most beautiful areas of China. So I'm going to start there with a couple friends of mine and then make my way down to the beach in Sanya, which is considered to be the Hawaii of China. It's really the most tropical area with beautiful beaches, and I'm very much looking forward to getting to the ocean and maybe doing some diving or snorkeling. And then I go home for a week, and then I will be back on a plane with another friend of mine as we make our way to Yunnan province, which again is considered to be one of the most beautiful areas in China. So we're headed west to the mountains, just like I love to do at home. The west is my favorite part, and so I'm looking forward to if everything goes well, about 5 weeks of travel this summer, and I'm so excited, and I can't wait to share all the videos and pictures with you. So if everybody could just send me good, positive vibes for everybody's health and everybody's safety and safe travels, and you know what popping up anywhere that I am, I would appreciate it. But things are very good here. First year's down. I knew it would go quickly, even though it seemed at the end to take forever, but I am getting to go on a real summer vacation this year for the first time in a few years, and I'm so excited, and it's going to be beautiful, and I can't wait to share everything with you, and hope everybody is doing well, and I'm ecstatic to have a plan and a vacation to look forward to, and so hopefully there will be a lot of videos that come out of this trip. So until next time, I will see you later. Bye.